Oh my god, this episode. That was Planes, Trains, and Dude-mobiles. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what I liked, what I didn't like, and then I'll give it a score. So starting with what I didn't like, jeez, it seems like I'm doing this every other week now. But I'm saying right now, I can't really think of anything I didn't outright like about this episode. At least not enough that it would bring this score down. Other than that, I think I'll move on to what I did like. This episode was chock full of things I love. For example, the return of Dude-itude, their little band, which was not used since the actual episode which they showed up in, which was Battle of the Boy Bands, one of my favorite episodes from Season 1. What else? I also liked, I'm just gonna pick through as I remember things. I like that there's callbacks to other episodes, such as, of course, Dude-itude, and Tails having a picture of Zoe in the vehicle. Like, just right back there. I didn't notice it until the scene where they're in, like, the spooky woods. But yeah, that picture back there. Tails, we got you. We see you. The Dude-itude rap, as you will, and I guess the little musical number at the end where they just went all 80s rock music ballad sort of thing with the music video of everybody pursuing each other, or rather police pursuing them pursuing the chain bike bandit, bike chain bandit rather. Oh my god, and the bike chain bandit, that was probably my favorite part of the whole episode. Just the thought of them waking up and there's this, not only is there a stranger in the car, it is the scariest looking mother freaker you have ever seen. He's violently twitching, he's got jacked up teeth, he's wearing a trench coat, and he's carrying a mysterious bag. Why would you pick someone like that up? That is amazing. That was such a funny, and that's something that Knuckles would do. You know that is something he would do, just because it's like his explanation of, why is this man in our car? Well, you guys were asleep and I needed company. Everything about that gag worked for me. And then his response of like, so what are you doing out this late? Biding my time, he says, shaking. And oh man, I love that part. But that part actually gave me a start. I was like, who the hell is that? And why does he look so scary? But then he tries to like strangle Knuckles to the, oh my god, that was amazing. That whole part like made that episode. This episode was great, but that episode like propelled it higher for me. Like, holy crap, that part in the episode was amazing. Another thing I liked was that Eggman had no purpose in this episode, and he did not show up. Perfect. It's not that I hate Eggman. I love Eggman just as much as all of you do, but I feel a lot of the times in the episode he does feel shoehorned in. And sometimes to me that kind of brings the episode down, because I don't know if it's the writers feeling that they have to have a end of episode fight or whatever, or even beginning of episode fight, however they want to set up their story. I do feel a lot of times episodes could have gone on without him being in it, and this is one of these episodes that I do feel was stronger as a whole because he didn't show up, because he really had nothing to contribute. I do like, what else? There's just, I'm trying to think. Tails himself in this episode. Now I know a lot of people have been kind of iffy on his treatment throughout the series. Like how he usually gets the business, how people like to pick on him, how villagers tend to go off on him. Hell, even the crew goes off on him a few times. Depending on the episode, Sonic and friends can also go off on him or defend him, depending on the context of the episode. But in this one, Tails just kind of seemed like a child having fun with his friends. Like, he really seemed, just like, oh, we should go over there and look over there. And he just seemed like he was really enjoying himself. And that was nice to see. Even though he kind of screwed up the date at the end. A little infuriating. But you know what? Hey, they're there. So I guess they could spend the whole month going around the island and seeing all the sights and sounds, which are oddly weird and specific. Like a giant ketchup bottle. Which, if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, which I don't think I am, I used to live in Illinois, and I believe there was a giant ketchup bottle thing there. Or was it Missouri? I believe it's Illinois, Missouri. It was one of those two. Illinois. I want to say Illinois. Giant ketchup bottle, the stacked up cars, all these weird kind of monuments. Was like, is this a post-apocalyptic society, like after humans have been wiped out and their relics remain? I don't know what the giant chair is a reference to, but I'm sure that's a reference to something. Or maybe just a funny gag so they can have the whole, I bought a life-size replica, which is basically a normal chair. Let's see. What else? Or scaled down replica, not a life size, because that would be huge. Huh. Yeah, them having to go to jail, the police officer, Sonic speeding, him dropping a Gotta Go Fast. In fact, the song dropped a Gotta Go Fast. I think this episode just had a lot of everything. I enjoyed this one a lot. So, said what I liked, what I didn't like. And now it is time to give it a score. I'm trying to think, was there anything else in the episode that I liked that I might have... Yeah, they had a... I don't know, it's just... My mind's racing because I had so much fun with this one. Yeah, that hippo. It might be the same character from the Battle of the Boy Bands. The what do you call it? The security guard slash bouncer from the first one who was like, "You can't get in here," and they're like, "Yeah, we're Dreamboat Express or whatever." He's like, "Oh, I love that name." That might either that or that's his brother. I believe there were two hippos in the Rise of Lyric game. One was a seafaring guy, and the other one was in the village, I want to say. It's been a long time since I played that game, but that might have been either a callback, or they actually decided to finally use one of the two brothers, or that guy again. Who knows? I can't keep track of them anymore. Yeah, overall, really fun episode. I say I like this one a lot. This one's definitely in my top 5 of Season 2, top 10, whatever you want to call it. This one will get... I want to say an 8.9 or a 9 out of 10. This one's really high up there. I will give this one... an 8.9 with a 9 out of 10 difference. There, just in between, right there. Clear cut. And so unclear at the same time. I feel I don't know. I'll revise the score later probably, but yeah, that's how I feel right now at this very moment. Also, you might have noticed there was a strange cut between the last 2 minutes of the reaction and here right now. What happened was I got another phone call, so instead of showing the phone call again, I decided to edit and kind of cut it, so you'll notice either the lighting is darker or lighter now. Don't worry about that. Here's the explanation. Now, if I see anybody in the comments saying, "What was with that strange cut at the end of the episode?" I'll know who actually watches the end bits of these things. I'll know now. I'm waiting for that comment. It's gonna come up. Why is there a cut in there? I'll be like, you didn't watch till the end. Yeah, that's how I feel about this episode. What did you guys think of this episode? Did you like it like me, or did you not like it, or did you feel kind of on the episode? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the Where If Reactions for more videos like this one if you haven't already, because we got more reactions coming your way. I'm getting dry over here. It's time for me to go get a drink of water, and I will see you all in the next reaction video, guys, so stay tuned.
Since we'll be in this car for the next 15 hours, let's make some productive use of our time.